Hello everyone, welcome to this second video of our MOOC on nature, man and environmental sustainability. Hope you must have enjoyed the first video where I tried to draw your attention to the nature's beauty in one's imagination. The very purpose of this second video is to understand certain unsolved questions for which the human communities is struggling very hard since past. We are certainly a part of nature. However, there are some additional advantages the nature has bestowed upon man, and one of the advantages given to man is his thinking ability, his intellectual capacity. And this has made man to search the origin of nature. We are always curious to know the roots from which and where we have come, because this is also one of the ways to understand the nature in a much better significant way. So in our journey to understand nature, man has put several attempts so far. The quest of knowledge and a keen observation over a period of time made man realize that we are somewhere a part of the universe which boundaries are still not known. In the deep dark sky at night, man has observed number of stars. Man has also collected some information about the existence of number of galaxies. And in today's 21st century situation is that man has acquired even the ability to venture into a space. We have now become frequent commuters between Earth and the space. We have launched our satellites in the space. We also launched our space telescopes in space as well as on the Earth, with only one intention, that we want to know the origin of nature. And with these efforts, man has gathered some knowledge. However, the basic question and the basic quest of our origin is still not answered. No doubt it is one of the greatest creation of that almighty power, by whatever name a learner may refer to. But one thing is sure, that the creation is beyond our imagination. If we lie down on the lawn of the ground, and if we just try to imagine that we are climbing up and up and up and going to see our very own Earth from the best possible distant place from the space, let's see how the Earth will look like and what is the Earth in the entire universe. So let's see this video. When I imagine myself that I am climbing up and up in the sky, beyond the limit of sky I also go to space. The ground around me now looks very tiny. I can see the entire area in one go. Now I can see the whole city, my region, and now the entire country. I still go up. Now I can see the entire earth as a small ball, That ball becomes very small as a tiny dot. The earth and moon go further away. Now I am almost 10 million kilometers away from the earth. It is 100 million kilometers away from the earth. I can see other planets in the solar system. The entire solar system is also now appearing as a small area, rather a dot, in the inner Oort cloud. This cloud again further becomes too small, and I am now 10 light years away from the earth. I am a part of now interstellar cloud. I am 1000 light years away from the earth as a part of local bubble, and now I can see myself in the spiral arm of our Milky Way galaxy. The whole galaxy is also now turning into a dot, and now it has become a part of local galaxy group. This local galaxy group ultimately becomes a part of local supercluster, and now ultimately I become the part of uniform universe. I start my return journey only with one clarity in my mind, that the boundary of universe are beyond my comprehension. The universe is infinite, so much so that I may not be able to visit even a nearest planet or the solar system or other galaxy, at least in near future. As nature is infinite outside, the universe is infinite outside, the nature is equally unbelievable within my whole body. Look at this now in eye, retina, white blood cell, red blood cell, that ultimately gives me the chromosome in DNA form. From DNA I can see further the polymers layers, and those polymers layers ultimately take me to the basic structure of atom, of which you, me, every one of us, every life, every part of this nature is made up of. So frankly speaking, this video gives me an insight that the nature is really beyond my comprehension and ability to understand. So to put this entire perspective, I can certainly say that environment, nature, universe, whatever word you call it, is extremely infinite. It is beyond our imagination, and as a result, the man sometimes finds himself in a very cornered area. What we are as a human society? If somebody wants to put that entire observation into one perspective, what is our earth? It is hardly like a small granule of a sand located on any beach, and on that small granule of sand called earth, we 8 billion plus people live and struggle to meet our two ends of the day. Not only we live on this small tiny planet earth, there are many more other creatures, forests, mountains, plateaus, rivers, water bodies, and whatnot. So what we think is huge is actually nothing as far as the whole nature is concerned. And this realization has made man more curious. The quest of knowledge is unending. And when this kind of quest ignites in the mind of man, and the curiosity leads to further greater mind, naturally, the curiosity takes man to its further forward journey towards knowledge accumulation. Thankfully, in the last 400-500 years history, the man has developed a scientific temper. He did several experiments. He started relying more and more on empirical evidences, and from that only a branch of science and technology has emerged. This branch has taken man to what level he has reached today. The same scientific temper and the branch of science and technology enabled man to store his information in various forms. Initially, that could be in form of paintings and drawings, sculpturings and carvings. For a long period of time in the recent past, man has stored the same knowledge in books, and now we have identified new and new methods of storing the knowledge with the information and technology revolution in which we are living today. So, I want the learners of this course to come and attend these lectures in a same zeal and spirit. They must keep their quest of knowledge intact, rather ignited. And when you keep your quest of knowledge ignited, your mind is literally searching and hunting for new and new areas of knowledge. I am sure you can understand the relationship of nature man in much better way, and that will take all of us in a better understanding for the steps to be taken for the sustainability of environment. With this word, I take you all to the next level. What is the takeaway from this particular lecture? As we have seen in the last video, that certain things appear too close to us but they are very far. We do not know who made this nature. We do not know the intention and the purpose of that Almighty God to make this nature. We do not know when this exactly the universe was actually created. We also do not know how long this universe is going to sustain. We equally are curious to know about our future, and not only about our future but also the future of this entire universe and the nature. Our journey is unending. Our journey is far. Our journey will continue to understand the nature in a more and more meaningful way. So, from this particular module of understanding nature, I conclude here the takeaways as follows: that the nature is certainly beautiful. Man is always eager to know more and more about the nature. We are still searching our origin of nature. Sometimes we feel that we are very close, but then we realize next time, next moment, that no, we are still too far from this realization. And therefore, nature is still the unresolved mystery for all of us. I am sure with this realization, we will visit the relationship of nature and man and its repercussions on environmental sustainability in the next module. Thank you.